It's us. Yep.
Yes, Anita.
And Holly. Hey, this is Flosstube number 30, and it's April 11th, 2022.
Woohoo.
So,
And it's a Monday.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. I came to film right after work, so.
And I don't have to work today. I don't work on Mondays, so I had a little time to pull myself together. I don't usually even wear earrings anymore half the time.
Oh, what are those? No. So, yeah, we are here to gab. It's been a few months.
Oh, yeah. Longer than we planned.
So we do have a bit to share. So,
I have a lot.
Grab something to drink. So, yeah, you start.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. I love the Ray Dunn mugs like everybody else does. But my mom found this one for me at TJ Maxx, my favorite store. And I love it because my husband, when we were first dating, we were just kids, I asked him to sing a song for me, and he sang "You Are My Sunshine." And then that became my nickname, and he would call me Sunny or Sunshine. So my mom found this mug at TJ Maxx and got it for me, and I love it.
I've never seen a yellow one.
Yeah, really.
Like that's
really pretty.
Really cool.
Yeah. So I love it. I'm drinking a little tea. Tension Tamer. No, you can't see it. I don't want to dump it. Tension Tamer. It's super good. If you've never tried it, Celestial Seasonings.
Okay, we're trading mugs.
Can you smell it? Can you smell the lemongrass?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Very soothing. And then there's a little...
Okay, we're going to pause while I make... No.
I offered.
She did. And I am drinking in my I Love Mini. I've driven a Mini Cooper Countryman. Mine's the Countryman. I've driven it since 2013. Is it 2012? So, and yeah, I'm just going to keep driving it because it's my favorite car. And I look, like my husband is like, okay, time for new wheels. I'm like, yeah, right. Okay, let's look. Nothing. I don't want anything. I just want mine. So for now, yeah, that's.
I love that. It is cute. It's a cute car.
The only thing I wish it had was the backup camera. That's a biggie. But other than that, yeah, I like it.
I'm new to the backup camera. If you remember, I hit a deer a year ago in October. I had planned to drive my little CRV until it died because I loved it so much. But it was old. I think it was a 2011. It didn't have a backup camera. But I was like, I don't care. I just look. Like, like it's just not a big deal. But yeah, then I had to replace it, which was sad.
It's hard.
It is hard. And I have another CRV, another red CRV.
Yeah, you can't even tell. You can't even tell it's a different car.
But it's a little newer and it has the backup camera now. So, but I still, that's what's funny. Sometimes I don't even look at it. I'll kind of glance at it and then I'm still craning to see because.
Oh no, I'm getting to that point. Like I need a big camera. Like, like.
Mine doesn't ding. Like my mom has had cars where it like makes noise if you get too close to a vehicle behind you. Yeah, mine doesn't make noise.
When it goes flatline. They do. It'll be like beep, 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 beep. That's not good. That is not good.
It's happened.
Like, okay, out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Like, my mom will be like, "Oh, it's fine," and I'm like,
"What do you mean? I just hit something." Right?
She did once, and she thought it was fine.
Oh my gosh, no! Oh my goodness. So
okay.
Yeah, so that's this update. So oh goodness. So
okay, we want to address something because.
Yep. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're fine.
We're fine. We're
buddies for
fine.
life.
Yes.
Buddies for life. This will never change.
So, what's happened is I have a lot of changes coming up. And a big one is I'm retiring in June. And with that comes a lot of life changes. My word for 2022 is pivot. And I feel like I really appreciate and love the things in my life, but I'm just going to do a pivot. And there's just things that are changing. Boy, being a grandmother, that's a biggie. I'm just saying that right now. I had no idea, but it's just a lot of changes. And so as part of that change, there will be a lot more travel for me, a lot more here, there, and everywhere, because that's where my family and a lot of my friends are, here, there, and everywhere. And so I just want to address this. Well, I'm adding a channel. So I am now the Sparkle Stitcher on YouTube.
And Instagram.
And Instagram.
She changed it from Fiber Duck Anita.
Yeah,
You're now Sparkle Stitcher.
Yeah, okay, so it just all rolled up. It was like 48 hours of no sleep and overthinking and just a lot going on. So this came up, and I just want to address, it's not that we're taking different paths.
We're still going to make videos together when we can.
This is not about different paths. This is just me adding another path.
Right.
So
which is awesome, because really
good.
You're in a great place in your life to be. Anita and her husband have always just had this great, beautiful history of traveling. We've talked about this before, and she's an amazing travel partner, by the way. I'm like, oh, how I wish I could travel with her now. Like, you know. When you stop
you're a young duck.
Well,
you got a while.
I know, but I like traveling with you.
Oh.
But here's the deal. Like, that just I'm at a different spot too, because I'm still working. I would love to retire, but I can't do that. My son is graduating from high school in 6 weeks.
And he starts a huge journey.
Yeah, he's heading to university this summer, and yeah, just lots of changes. And so it just made sense for Anita, because she wants to be in touch with everybody and share stuff. And we've had such a hard time trying to find a time to connect to be able to do a video, because either I haven't felt well, or I've had a headache, or because I get migraines, and our schedules are so different. Our schedules are so different. So when I'm available, she's not always available, and vice versa. And so it just makes sense. And we're just doing our thing.
It's all good.
Oh, it's all good.
It is all good.
But I hope that you will watch her videos and encourage her, because it's scary to go off on your own.
I am nervous all over on the. And you know, you don't have to set too much time aside, because it didn't even break 8 minutes. But that's really what I want. I want more frequent, but short and just frequent updates. Yeah, that's my goal.
Which will help you be more connected, because I feel like I haven't been that connected. I haven't posted a lot on Instagram, and hopefully I can try and increase some of that. We know too, down the road, we're talking about her retirement and traveling right now, but we know down the road, she's not going to live here forever. The great thing is that her daughter lives here, and her grandson. Her grandson will pull her back here. So that makes me really happy, because then maybe she'll call me too. Not that we won't talk to each other, but you know what I mean, like to see each other in person. But she's not always going to live here, so we're not always going to be able to do this. We don't love the idea of doing videos over Zoom. We would prefer to be in the same room together. So,
well, I've been pushing for a Class B motorhome, and my husband is like, you have officially made this the most expensive craft possible. If you need a motorhome. Oh my.
But we do. Listen, I'm going to throw myself in. Michael, we do.
We do need one.
It'd be so fun. Tour the country in our vehicle.
Yep.
I mean,
So it's good. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah,
So,
we just didn't want there to be any question or concern or like, oh, what's going on? Anita posted something without Holly and,
Right.
no. We're all good. We're still doing our thing.
it's adding a path.
Yeah, because eventually I'll probably have to add that path too.
Right.
It's just realistic. So we're just trying to plan for the future, which is great.
It's all good. All right. Whew. All right.
I know. She's been a little nervous about that. So it's good to get that off the table so we can just go into our
I can
stitching.
leave now. You're on your own.
You should have taken me up on the tension tamer. It's really good. And it's very
Oh my gosh.
soothing. Very soothing.
All right. Well, you came here to stitch with us, so and hear about our updates. And I don't have that many updates. I came in and I was like,
I went outside to help her carry stuff in because I thought she'd have loads of things.
yeah, it's just a bag. It's just a bag.
And I'm like, ooh, maybe I'm over prepared for this.
Oh no!
She's been stitching a lot. There were just some things you forgot to bring.
Yeah, and I will bring that up. If she holds up stuff, I'll be like, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Ditto. We do quite a few cells together.
We like to stitch the same stuff together. It's fun.
A lot of the same tastes. So it works for us.
Exactly.
All right, so whips.
Let's dive into some whips.
Yep. Hey,
Okay.
well, you want to do that or the beautiful? That is pretty stunning. She's got a stunning whip here.
you.
This
Is
is
it this
gorgeous. I've never seen this one in person.
I don't know if I've seen it in person either, just pictures. But of course, I've been, I went hog wild about this one a few years ago and gushed and gooed all over it. And I still do. It's still one of my all-time favorites. And it is so super fun to stitch. I'm talking about A Savior's Praise. Oh my gosh. I know. You've seen it. You love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Teresa.
I know.
So,
Such talent.
I've been missing it for a really long time. It's always been in the back of my mind. Like, I really got to get back to I am terrible. I am in great admiration of people who rotate their whips and just rotate through things.
Or just stick with one thing until it's done.
Right.
I'll stick with one thing for a little while and then it'll pop up again a year, 2, 3 years later.
I tend to be a little more monogamous, but then I'll be like, squirrel.
Yeah.
Like, I get a distraction and then I want to start stitching something else.
Yep.
So I went back to My Savior's Praise. Gosh, I love it so much. This is not a great display here, and I did not iron it.
It's beautiful.
Because you know me, I've got this ginormous piece of fabric and I'm doing it in hand.
Yeah, well,
my friends will be like, Holly, you have scroll rods that you love. Cut that fabric.
Well,
I'm so scared.
cut it?
Yes, it scares me to death.
This is a chunk of fabric.
And it's a huge piece.
What is it, a yard or? It's a big piece. It's a big piece.
I don't even remember. Let me look.
Just
27 by
on its own.
36
Wow.
piece. 40 count flax.
Oh, good night.
Linen.
Look at the deer on.
I know, aren't they cute?
Oh.
So guys, I'm so excited because I've gotten a ton. I've had a ton of progress on this since the last time you saw this. You're not going to remember. You'd have to go back and watch an old video. But I filled in a ton around here. None of this in the middle was here yet. None of it. The letters, the borders, all of this stuff, none of that was there. So I'm super excited. I love it. I love the colors. It's just beautiful. It's such a special piece and it's such a joy to stitch. It's
like
so
always,
much fun.
the photo does not do that justice at all.
No, this video doesn't either, but it is fun. So yeah.
Oh goodness!
Just looking at it makes me want to jump right in.
I don't know why I'm all about deer right now, but look at the deer at the bottom.
Aren't they cute? And then I love that she did these two where they're facing each other. They're like all going one direction and then these two are looking at each other. It was so cute. So cute. So anyway, Love, love, love A Savior's Praise.
I'll act really surprised when you give it to me for Christmas.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think you're going to have to stitch your own. I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh. Wasn't that stunning though?
Oh, I love
the
it.
The design just, oh my goodness.
It's beautiful and it's fun. It's real. There's so much going on. It's really fun to stitch.
So,
What you
and
got?
we're both stitching the next one.
Which is also
Oh my goodness.
a market release.
This is, yep, Nashville Market
It's
release.
my most excited. I was most excited about this one.
Here, let me get mine ready to show you.
You doing?
This is all ironed and all smooth. I'm like, wait a minute, let me.
I know. I was really trying to
get
be
it.
prepped for today. I'd never have anything ironed and smooth.
Oh,
So
goodness.
Plum Street, this is the day.
It's water, guys.
Oh,
It's water.
She is only drinking water. Oh my goodness. I saw this and about just jumped out of my chair when I saw it. And so excited because for me, personal story for me, when my son was about, I want to say about 4, Lincoln Brewster is a worship leader that has recordings out. You can buy his music. He is a phenomenal guitar player. He did this worship album with a lot of electric guitar. And my 4-year-old little boy just thought it was cool. And one of his songs was This Is the Day. And that was Will's favorite song. He loved it. And he would sing it with all his heart. And then we had like a little talent show at church one time. And all by his little lonesome, he stood up there with a microphone and he sang it. Precious. So because he's on my heart a lot right now, since he's getting ready to graduate, I was like, oh, this must be started immediately.
Yep.
So that's my story.
I just read, at that time was when I had decided to resign. And so I was like, this is the day.
Yeah.
It just felt right. So let's see your ironed one.
Let's see yours.
Well, let me unfurl
Are there any
it.
tear stains on
Let
there?
me unfurl it. Oh goodness! This is 36 count old stationery by Seraphim Fabrics.
It's pretty.
And
I love this color.
what I like about it is, and I did 2/2 stitches, so that's why it's just really vibrant. The colors really pop. And instead of using the Classic Colorworks Cherry Cobbler here, I went with the recommended DMC 22, and this is a beautiful color.
It really is.
It's seriously one of my top favorite DMC colors now. It's just gorgeous. So I have not started building the house yet.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a roof, but this one's almost ready to be framed.
Stop it. It is not. There's so much left to do. It's so funny because she was connecting with me yesterday and texting me, and I told her, I'm like, I fell asleep because these bricks are so tedious that they just make me really sleepy.
She says, I'm trying to do the bricks, but I don't know.
Oh my goodness. They're very tedious. But oh my goodness. So I'm trying to embrace the positive that I'm watching this house emerge, this cottage. I feel like it's a cottage, like an English countryside cottage. The Rose Cottage,
Right.
We could call it. It's so cute.
Look at that.
It's those colors just make me so happy. So of course I started with my border, and then I wanted to move on to exciting things. So I just dove right in. I got to get back to that, but that's a little tedious too.
Yep.
But so fun. So I'm doing mine called for, I am using the Cherry Cobbler. Mine is on 36 count Weeks Dye Works parchment.
Okay. Yep.
It's not this Weigart base. It's the old
Oh, really?
Weeks.
It's really soft.
Old
This is
Weeks.
nice.
36 count parchment. Super fun. And I'm doing mine 1/2. So you can see, Mine is not quite as saturated with color as Anita's.
That's a good word for it, saturated.
Yeah. I love the color saturation. Honest to goodness.
It's a little crowded.
Love the color saturation though. However, I can't afford to buy a ton of floss. You know, like for me, it's cost effective to just stick to the one strand. So that's why. And also I just wanted to talk too about, if you notice my little tulip here, it looks just a little bit stripy because when I started stitching it, I kind of forgot that when I do flowers, I like to go around the border of the flower and then slowly kind of circle and fill in. So I'll kind of tent stitch around and then go back and cross. And then I'll tent stitch around the next layer. And so I just kind of do this circular pattern so that the flower doesn't look like stripes, because I hate that. I don't like that look. So you can see, I remembered then for this one, I remembered to do it, and this one too with the crab cakes. But yeah, so this one, I'm just saying, well, the sun is just casting a little light across the tulip.
Yep.
Right? It's just some shadow and light.
So,
but yeah, it was a good reminder after I stitched that to go, oh, yeah, I don't want stripy flowers.
So I was thinking when we started this, I said, oh, I'll get that done in a month.
I thought it'd be a quick hit too, to be honest.
Well,
I really kind of did.
It's like, do you have any more? I do have some other projects I'm working on at home. They're all small, but I just can't share them right now. So, but they're sweet. So, but we started this not long after Stitch Camp, our Stitch Camp projects.
Well, right away. I mean, as soon as we got the
as soon as we got it,
like
from
maybe
Nashville.
a week after we
got
it,
like,
we started.
it's time. Yeah,
It was
So,
March.
The last thing we worked on was Stitch Camp, and if you want to share about that,
you go. I gotta dig.
So Colorado Cross Stitcher Sherry has Stitch Camp in February, and the idea this time was to do a monochromatic color. So I did the Hunt Sampler by Homespun Sampler.
It's really cool. I had never heard of either the pattern or the designer.
So the issue is, like, I don't know how many days are in your month, but I must have really had some great ambitions. I did not meet the goal. It was not done in February.
Well, of course, it was only 28 days.
Took a little bit more time, but
it's so cool.
That's what I ended up working on. So, and I don't quite know why it's called the Hunt Sampler, because who would hunt a peacock? Like, I don't understand. There's a peacock, a peahen, you know, there's a tree, there's a squirrel. Okay, you're not going to get up on a horse with a sword and take off after a rabbit. It's just not going to happen. So it's really, yeah, I don't know. To me, it reminds me of France. We lived in the region where Joan of Arc is known for, and it just kind of had that feel for me. And so I put in FR for France and the year we moved there as a remembrance. So
love it. Even though it's weird, you know, like you've explained the oddity of it, it's still really cool.
It is cool.
I love it.
I don't know. And the fabric, I used to know, but.
And I love the little, gotta hold this up again. Isn't this, all of these are different.
Are different, yeah.
These little motifs in the middle are real, that's so cool.
But yet again, something with an alphabet. And I don't know about.
The alphabet circles around too, which we talked about is really unique for this one.
But I don't know about you guys and alphabets, but I start an alphabet and I'll be like, 25 more letters to go.
She texts me.
I'll text.
She will.
I got 21 more. And I do. I 11 more letters to go.
But the number keeps shrinking. The great thing about reporting is that the number, and I'm like, yes, you can do it.
And then by the time I finish a project, I'm like, I am never doing another alphabet. And sure enough, the next project, I'm like, look at this. It's got 2 alphabets, you know. Yeah, I do the countdown every single time if there's an alphabet.
But you could think of each letter as its own little motif.
You could.
So like, then you feel success every time you finish a letter. Like, yes, another little finish.
Nope. So.
Okay, so for my
Stitch Camp
piece.
Yeah. Oh, this is pretty.
This is a freebie, and I am sorry, I don't know who to give credit for. I don't. I got this off the internet. I have no idea who the designer is, and I didn't even bring it to show you because it doesn't have like a cover or anything. It is just the pattern, but it's so sweet. So I picked DMC 115, I believe it is, which is the variegated red. For this one, please don't judge me. I know I'm really, really close to the edges. Here's the honest truth. A couple years ago, I started this over 1. This is the same piece of fabric. So I started it over 1. It's so delicate. I just absolutely love it. And then I was like, well, I have to start a piece. You know, like I had to start fresh for Stitch Camp. And so I was like, oh, let's do it over 2 down here. So I just did the exact same thing, which is, oh, so dainty up here, and did it down here.
Well, you got yours done during Stitch Camp.
I did.
I probably still had 15 letters to go at that point.
But I picked something smaller for that reason because I wanted to finish. So.
This had been on my list for a number of years to do. I just said, okay.
And you did it. Like, doesn't that feel good? Like it's been on your list and you completed it. Just awesome.
Now I've got, it just makes the pile that much shorter. That much shorter. Oh, yeah. So,
did you bring any more whips?
I just have those little ones.
Oh, that you're working on. I've got some more whips to show if you don't mind.
Adorable. Everyone should run out and buy this.
There's so many. Like, where do I even begin? Okay, we'll start with this one.
This is the one.
Love Notes by Brenda Gervais. Love this so much. I mean, look at all those little cutie patooties in that little tray. Love it. So I am on the, this one is Love You a Latte. So she's standing on this cute little cup that says, I love you a latte. So I'm still in process with her, and I jumped ship because I got excited about the Nashville release of the Plum Street one. And so I jumped ship, but I had been working on this because you'll see I finished one, the little love stamp I finished. And then also the little, Be Mine.
And she says this is a 40 count fabric, but
it is.
It is tiny.
It's 40 count.
It looks really super tiny.
It's mallow. It's like our mallow linen. But yeah,
it's tiny.
It's 40 count. I love 40 count. I just love it because I love dainty stitches.
And that definitely covers it.
So still working on these. And then I'm sorry, I'm kind of mixing up some finishes in with my whips, but I had this piece of fabric. This is Jobelin. It's a Queen Anne's lace, 28 count Jobelin that I'd gotten at Stitchville. And this is super wrinkly, sorry.
Look at the modeling.
But isn't the green just really cool? And so I had started this cute little doodad, this little ornament from Prairie Schooler. It's one of the cranberry Christmas ones. This was in, I can't remember which issue of Just Cross Stitch magazine.
Did you change the red or no? Was that the call for?
I can't remember. I think it's the call for red. I changed to the garland at the top. It was very uniform,
Okay.
you know, like very straight stitches. And I wanted mine to look more evergreeny. And so I kind of just played with it.
Okay.
And she had ABC 1, 2, 3 on the pattern. So I put our initials, C for my husband, H for me, and W for my son, and the year that I stitched
I try to customize, you know, personalize as much as I can.
Yeah.
Why not?
So I'd already done that. I was like, oh, that's really darling. And I enjoyed that so much. And I did that 2 over 2. And then I was like, but this 28 count would be, I really love even weave 28 count for over 1. And I have been in love with this Prairie Schooler pattern, Songs of the Season, ever since Teresa Vanette shared this. I think she stitched the Deck the Halls for someone as like a gift, as a small. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'd never seen this one before. And then I was on a mission to find it, which I eventually did. And I have just been in love with this, Oh Come All Ye Faithful. This is the one where I changed the red.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's very orangey, if you can see. And I wanted it to be more red. And so I like more of a cherry red, more of a blue red than an orange red.
Right.
I'm more attracted to blue reds.
Tones.
And so here's mine, 1 over 1.
And that's 1 over 1.
This is the Oh Come All Ye Faithful one. And I just changed
so
the red to a red that I like. But it's just, it's so dainty and sweet. And just, I think it's so perfect on this mottled green and cream fabric. So yeah, that's been a fun one. So I'm not done with that yet, but it's that's why we call it a whip, right? It's in progress.
Well, and when you keep it close by, you know, I tend to put my things into my stitch closet and, you know, out of sight, out of mind. If I keep it in this one area by me, it keeps it fresh, you know.
She's looking over at my area that I keep right by me. It's a hot mess express because I have stuff everywhere surrounding that spot. It's ridiculous. But then again, it's in sight. And so then I'm like, ooh.
Right. No, I'll constantly be digging in my closet and I'll pull out and look in a bag and go, oh, I totally forgot I was working on that one. Happens quite a bit.
Was itching to pick this up again. Forgive me, this is my working copy cover of AH2EE by Kathy Barrick. Love this. And if you remember, I was doing a variegated silk and then a couple of different threads that I had from Victorian Motto sampler threads. So yeah, I finished this motif, or this one with the bird was not at all finished. So I finished that and I stitched this and I started this tree over here. I had to restitch this because if you remember when I first shared about this, I had started it over here and then went, what was I doing?
Yeah.
So I had to do it over. I still haven't ripped it out.
Yeah.
Because it breaks my heart to rip out those beautiful little stitches that are just so pretty.
Yeah. Rip it out.
But I'm going to have
only
to.
when you have to.
I will have to. I'm working that way. So yeah, but I just really love this one. It's so pretty. So that was fun to pick. It's been fun to kind of revisit some things that I haven't touched for a while.
Yep.
I think we're at the end of the whips for right now. I think we hit the bottom.
I do have a whip, which will make more sense when she shows her finish, because
yeah,
she's finished a whip that I set aside and forgot about until I came here, and I'm like, that's right. I'm about 2/3 done with that one. All right.
All right.
Well, let's get into. Well, we've been talking about finishes, and you do have finishes.
I do. I'm really excited. I have finishes. How great is that? I feel like that's unusual for me to actually have a finish. It's not often that I do.
Well, it seems like they all started coming together at the same time, you know. So
yeah, for sure. Well, I have Okay, I pulled this out so I would have it to show you. Right here. Right here. Heartstring. Old Rugged Cross. This one, if you remember, this was my dad's favorite hymn. And he had requested purple flowers for his funeral. And so I saw this and just immediately thought, oh, I have to stitch that in remembrance of Dad. So I whipped this out really fast. This one I didn't get ironed in time, so bummer. But it's just really pretty.
It's very sweet.
Yeah.
You know how you're going to finish it?
I think I'm probably going to frame it.
I would do the
And
same.
I have a frame that I think will be perfect for it that I found at Shop on State in Osage, our thrifty store that we like to go to.
Osage.
Yeah, I think I've got one that'll fit this perfectly.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
yeah,
I like
I
it.
just need to actually do it. We talk about this all the time, like the stitching is such a joy and it's so much fun and we're excited to finish something, but then to actually do the fully finishing part, we're like...
Yeah. Mine goes into a drawer.
Yeah.
So
we just kind of...
I'll get there.
Yeah.
I'll get there.
Yeah.
And you have more finishes.
I know. I just don't...
Yeah, but this is where I'll be like,
I feel bad. Because
I love it. I love it. Because a couple of these we have in common. Well, all three of those.
Oh, these. Okay. This one.
This is what I forgot about.
is really fun. This is You and I and Friends. I don't remember what it's called. Christmas sampler.
Yeah.
They have several, but this is one of them. This one
Oh my gosh.
was more pinky in its coloring, and I wanted it to be more red because for me Christmas is red and green. So I changed the pinky color to red. I changed a lot of colors on this actually to just suit what I had available to me, and I really love how it turned out.
Yeah, I remembered it when I came here, so I know where I'm at. I'm working on the bowl of fruit, so I still have that to do, the house, and the strip along the bottom.
This had a lot of fun little specialty stitches. Like you can see the satin stitches up here, and there was a rice stitch somewhere, and some eyelets.
Yeah, it's really...
I don't know. There's just all kinds of hidden little gems in there that are just really cool. But it's just a sweet little Christmas ditty. So
yeah, I'm gonna dig that out.
Yeah, because it was a quick hit and it was really fun to do and super pretty. I thought it turned out really great. So there's that one. Last fall, Anita and I were feeling a little sad because so many of our friends were gathered in the Amana colonies for Farm Girls retreat with
Farm Girl Gatherings.
Yeah, she's renamed it now, so it's not Midwest Cross Stitch Retreat anymore. It's Farm Girl Gatherings. And so they were gathering, and the Amana colonies are like an hour and a half from where we live. And then all your friends are there.
Less time in a mini.
So I was feeling kind of depressed, to be honest, because I just really wanted to be with all of those stitchy friends. And I mean, I'll just be honest and totally transparent. I couldn't afford to go. I would have loved to have gone. I can't afford to do it right now. So we decided that since we were thinking so much about the retreat, that we'd pick up some retreat pieces from the past and work on those during that time that our friends were there. So this was one from the Amanas when Brenda Gervais was there. And I think she was there this time too. But this is such a sweet, this will be an awesome little finish.
The basket
Fully
was
finished.
a little tricky. No, was it the basket or the wing? One of them.
Yeah.
Was, the basket, I think, was the...
Yeah. Yeah,
I
because it had
can't
the
There's something we did that had this weaving design on it. What was that?
I think it's both, the basket and the wing. But it's so cool. It just gives it such a neat effect. So I finished it. It's so cute. And once we fully finish these, oh my goodness, we totally have to get together and do this because it's adorable. It's like a little pin cushion and it sits on top of just a sweet little stand, and the pin cushion sits on top. Oh, it's cute.
I finished this as well, and it's missing.
She's not joking.
My bird has flown the coop because I cannot find it anywhere. It should be in the drawer.
It should.
But I have looked and looked and looked. But it'll show up. But yeah,
we don't know where it went.
No idea.
But she did. She finished.
I
think she finished hers before I did.
It's done.
Yeah. And then I was like still in that mode. And so I grabbed, this was a kit that we got from Teresa.
2018.
2018.
Fall of 2018.
This Pale Pumpkins, which she also did as a pincushion on top of a candelabra ditty. And I finally finished that little sweetheart. It's so cute. Just this sweet little round pumpkin pattern. It's just darling. With sweet little surprises. Like that cute little heart right there. And just the mouse right here. So cute. So.
And I finished that one too.
Yeah.
But, I replaced the mouse with another heart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. At first, I didn't even really, like when I first saw this pattern, I didn't even see there was a mouse on there. I guarantee that I did not. And then when I saw it, I'm like, oh, look at that cute little guy with his little tail. So yeah, super fun to do that.
Yeah. I do know where that one is. So.
And she finished it. See? So she's finished it too. And then I have
some stuff done.
One more that I'm not sure if I've shown or not. I mean, I remember showing it when it was a whip. I don't know that I showed it finished. I can't remember. So I'm just going to quick show it.
This is one of my favorite blackbirds.
Beneath the Sunlit Sky is the name of it.
It's one of my favorite.
So here's my finish. I suppose I should pull it up so you can see it. So I decided, it is so pretty. I love this so much.
Everything about it.
Everything about it. And it so reminded me of when Anita and I went on our trip to Oregon together. That was such a special trip and just such a special time. Just something that I'll always cherish because it was just a really special, it's a special memory. Yeah, it was we had so much fun. And so I stitched our initials, Anita's and mine, on it because this is what it reminds me of. And then I put down here, I'm trying to remember what's there on the pattern. I didn't grab this one. I don't remember. There's personalization down there. I don't remember.
It could just be a date.
It could just be a date.
It's just a date.
But I wanted to specifically remember our Oregon trip. So I put Oregon and the date, which was 2018, that summer. So yeah, it just, it turned out really cool. I love it. This was if you remember, what was this called? It's not hog bristle. I want to call it that. That's a new color from somebody.
What? No, not wild hogs.
I know. It's something hog or pig or.
Yeah, it was some.
Pig pen. I don't know, something, but.
It's perfect.
But it's perfect. It was like a 30 count, I think.
So we stitched it with 2.
Look at these buttonhole. Okay. The buttonhole stitch, I had never done that before. I had to watch YouTube videos.
Me too.
No joke.
Me too. Right.
Which were very helpful. I found one that was very helpful. I watched it several times. But oh my gosh, they're so cool. I was just so excited with how they turned out. And honestly, like they're not exactly probably like they're pictured on the pattern because I don't know. I feel like that stitch is really hard to make exact. But they're just, I don't know, it's really special. I love it. It's
fun.
Super fun.
Yeah.
So, anywho.
Yeah, that I should get framed. That needs to come out of my drawer and get framed. But
truth be told,
Oh, man.
Yeah. So there you go. That's the end of my finish pile, but isn't that exciting that I have so many finishes? Yay!
Oh my goodness.
The benefit of a long time. That's the one benefit of a long time since we've seen each other is I've finished a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, it's been long. It's been many months.
I'm really sorry. It was not our intention.
So, all right, what are we? Nashville haul? Bet we have Fiberworks haul.
We do. Well,
okay. I put a lot of stuff away already, but Carol at Fiberworks in Waverly, Iowa, she has been at her shop for over 25 years. Just a treasure trove of things there. And once a year, she holds an anniversary sale to celebrate. And it's so sweet because her family comes out for it to help. And there's usually little snacks. And so we just really enjoy going every year at that time. And I've put my things away, and I didn't buy any patterns. I bought mostly threads and, the floss and some fabric. But
my birthday's in December, at the very end of December. And so I get Christmas money and birthday money kind of all, at the same time. So I was specifically holding on to that money so that I could use it toward this sale because we look forward to it every year. So I went a little cuckoo because it's the time to do it when it's on sale. So I have just been in a super blue, and I don't mean this by sad, but super blue mood. And I thought this was a perfect time to get a few silks. And there were just some really pretty silks. This one is a Gloriana. It is Northern Lights. I thought that was really pretty. And then I also got, this Gloriana is slate blue. So you can see, I'll hold them up next to each other so you can see they are different. They're not the same. Sorry, you're looking at me.
One's lighter.
Might help a little bit. And then I also got Silken Colors. This one is Texas Blue Bonnet. And I thought that was really pretty too. So they're just 3 different shades of blue silk, but I was just in the mood for blue and wanting to stitch something. I think it's, that pattern from Misty Purcell with the snowman and the bird.
Oh, yeah.
The snowman in his hat and the bird is sitting. Super cute. All of those are so darling. I have the strawberry one. It's red. The red one. But she has a winter one that's stitched in blue. I think it's mare blue. Belle Soie. I think it's Belle Soie mare blue. And, or maybe it's mare bleu. And Carol had mare bleu, but it just was not, I don't think the shade was right. And so one of these just was more the ticket of what I was looking for. So then anywho, I will be using these at some point for something. And then Anita was looking at these and she was checking them out and she's like, and she puts them back and I'm like, I'll take both of those. Oh my goodness. Because Lady Dots. Or no, these are Dames of the Needle. Sorry. This one is Southern Gray and this one is Little Boy Gray.
Just those nice neutral muted colors.
Just to have on hand. I like having these on hand for when I need them. Yep. And then Carol has a few Sudbury pieces.
Oh yeah, quite a few.
Anita had purchased this one and made it into a pincushion as a gift for an exchange that we did. Yeah. It was the Jenny Bean
tufted pincushion or something.
Yeah, from Shakespeare's Peddler. From Teresa.
It's a sweet stitch. It's really pretty.
Super sweet. And you put the recipient's name on it and I had admired it ever since. And I have the pattern. So I wanted to get this base so I could put mine in there.
Yeah,
too.
and I bought a second base, so I want to make myself one
so
too.
so that'll be another
future Sal.
Johnny Bean little
Coming up.
pin tuffet.
Yep.
And then I just kind of went a little crazy in the pattern department. I found another You and I and Friends. I love finding these old You and I's. And Carol had this one, and I had just finished the Christmas one. So this one is Be of Glad Tidings. I just thought that was really cute. Be another sweet little piece to go next to the other one. I really love the colorway for this 2018
The Fragments
in Time.
Yeah.
But that little, is it a cartouche?
You need all of them.
I know, right? What do you call this?
All of them.
I think it is a cartouche, because I think I read that this series was based on various cartouches.
And yeah,
Cartouches.
so if you have all of them, she also provides a frame, so you can put them all on like a
one piece
as well.
I just thought that was stinking cute, and I love those colors, so I grabbed that. And then
you picked that up, and I was like, yes.
Me and sunflowers and owls.
Yep.
And that moth or butterfly, whatever it is, I don't know, all of it. The pumpkins. This is Heart and Hand Doodles.
Yeah, and this was before Nashville. The sale was before Nashville. Yep.
Yeah. But oh my goodness, I love that.
And if you sign up for her newsletter at Fiberworks, you'll get updates.
On when she's having.
And then she'll have different things on sale here and there as well.
Yeah.
Like sometimes fabric, sometimes scissors. So.
When there's a sale, this is the time to get things that you just wouldn't normally get other times. And I have that are a little more pricey is what I'm trying to say. And I have been a huge lover of the collector hearts from Heart and Hand. They're just, I love them because I love. I just do. I am so full of love. That's what my friend Kathy said about the love notes. It was fitting for me to stitch them because I love deep. So this one is You Are Loved. But what I love with these, you get an additional little heart along with the main pattern. You get this other little pattern. Fabrics, buttons, beads. Hello.
Right.
That's awesome. All I have to do is provide the threads. So I love that. It's already cut for me. I don't have to stress about cutting fabric. It's fab. So yeah, so I got this one, You Are Loved. And then I got the 2021 Collector's Heart, Look for the Good. I love the messages on them too. And that also includes this little additional cutie little doodad, which could be a cute little an ornament, really. It's kind of Christmassy looking. And then that also comes...
Yeah, this is 2021.
2021.
Yeah.
Comes with the two fabrics for the two pieces. And then also there's like a little charm and some beads in there. And then this one was celebrating 25 years of Heart and Hand. So this one's called Spread Kindness. And this one doesn't have the fabric with it, but it does have the wool for this little piece right here. And the
button.
The sweet little wooden heart button, which I love too.
What year is this one? Does it say?
I feel like this is maybe, is it 2020? I don't know. That was her 25th anniversary. It could have been 2021
and that's what's
too.
nice, when you actually can go to a shop to see what they have and just dig, any shop.
Right.
But we can find gems there.
We can. Speaking of some gems, pull out a few. Prairie Schooler. I've been collecting Santas for a while, and so when I see a few that I don't have yet, then I pick them up. I mean, I'm going to be honest, there are some of these that I don't particularly love. So I've tended to be a little choosy with the ones that I do grab, but I didn't have 2009 and 2010. So
I love the ice skates.
Me too.
I love the ice skates.
And the skiing. This is really sweet. So both of those I thought were darling, and I didn't have them. And then this Christmas tradition, notice cardstock. So she had this in cardstock, this Christmas traditions one. And this one down at the bottom in particular, the nativity scene is my favorite. Peace on earth, goodwill to men. And so I have loved that for a long time. So I grabbed this one. And then my buddy over here dug out a treasure that I had never seen.
I'm really good at spending other people's money.
It's fun.
Beware.
It's fun. I did that at the Nashville ditty, I feel like.
Oh my gosh.
I was encouraging people to spend.
Yeah, right? Well, you already have this. What about this? You know. Did you see this?
Oh,
it's like
this cute?
Vanna, you
right?
know, like,
you should totally get this. I would tell people that. I'm like, oh yeah, get that. Yeah, thanks a lot.
I think people at times were thinking we worked there because
I was pulling, like someone had called in or emailed an order or something, and it was like all of these Nashville patterns, and they wanted all the threads, and I was like,
yeah, we just switched shop. So we went to the Nashville Market open house that the Stitchery Nook in Osage, Iowa was doing. We're so lucky. We have Fiberworks
in Waverly,
25 minutes maybe, and then
20,
Stitchery Nook is less than an hour.
Yeah.
So
we're
no
so
complaints.
Lucky. No complaints. So we get to touch and feel everything. So yes, the Nashville Market was when we got to do shopping for other people. And that was a ton of fun. I loved it. So anyway, back to Fiberworks. Anita found this gem for me that I hadn't seen in person before. I love it. I wish you could see the pictures better. This is...
They're dark.
Brenda Gervais, Mary Valentine's handwork. The pictures are really dark. I just saw someone recently post this one. I'm sorry for the glare of the plastic. It says Forget Me Not. Someone recently posted that on Instagram.
Yeah, this pattern is from 2014.
Yeah. So I'll try to get close so you can see some of the other offerings, but all of those are included. And I was like, oh, as soon as she saw that and showed it to me, I was like, yes, that is mine. There it is. There it is. So I grabbed that one. And then in the same theme of Brenda Gervais, because we love our Brenda Gervais. Okay.
That might have been the first thing you grabbed.
It probably was.
Pretty close to the first thing. Yep.
I love this so much. And I had seen people stitching this, which was just making me love it all the more, because I would see their stitched piece and I'd be like, because I'm kind of in a time in my life right now where I need to be really careful about my spending, I'm not quick to jump and buy something necessarily unless I know I really love it. And so this one I held back for a while, but I just knew it wasn't going away. It was still kind of niggling in my head of, ooh, I really love that. So this little ditty down here, I just love that. The whole thing, it's just a precious, and it's small. It's not a ginormous sampler. I love it. So Redbird sampler, Brenda Gervais, and then also Good Night. When this pupper came out, I fell in love with those cutie little snow people.
And on the back too.
Okay, seriously. Anytime I see groups of 3, I get really excited because it's, you know, it's rare. I only have one child. And so it's rare to find a family of 3. And so when I can find cute little families of 3, I get really excited. So that just totally, I was like, oh, this will be mine. Look at them. Oh my goodness. Heart melters right there. Yep. So I got the snowball. Yes. And then one last pattern. I cannot go to a sale like that and not buy a Blackbird design, because they are it for me. And so I grabbed our Lasting Friendship because I hadn't gotten this one yet. So there's that. So much luscious goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then just we talk about always adding to our Blackbird stash. Like you just can't go wrong. Absolutely can't go wrong.
No.
And even then, just like even pulling out some of the small motifs from them, just yeah,
yeah, they're just dreamy.
Mhm.
They're just they sing my song for sure. So a few quickies from Nashville.
Yeah, because you guys have seen all of these.
Right.
So, okay. Where's your Nashville? Where's your Nashville pile?
Mine's smaller.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, of course, Let Love Rain. I got The Gather. Teresa Kogut, I think this was perfection. This is on my shopping list right there. So didn't grab that. And I wonder why. And then, oh my gosh, look at these. Love is the Key. Guys, I didn't bring the thread, but I pulled the floss to go with this pattern, and it is just perfection.
Yeah.
Everything about it.
Beautiful.
So,
this one wasn't really on your radar until we saw it in person.
No. I don't know. 2 rabbits with some flowers, and I don't know, just no. And but I had to do it.
Yeah.
I just had to do it.
It's
so
super cute.
This was definitely for me like a Teresa Kogut experience. And I didn't have any of her patterns before this.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, I didn't buy them all. I gotta get more.
And she was ready for some retail therapy that weekend that we went to Stitching X, so I expected she would have. She held herself back. I was shocked.
Yeah, my bill said I didn't hold back. There was quite a bit of fabric purchased. There was floss. I kitted up some projects. And then we also found an older pattern by Tempting Tangles that I had purchased. If you've watched Pam and Steph, she's doing this design of Scotland, and it's the same designer, same concept, but it's of France. And it's pretty bold. I don't know that it would go on the same wall as these two, but I don't,
But it could go on the same wall as the Huntsman.
Stitch what you love, and don't worry about where you're going to put it or anything, because chances are, in my house, it'll go in a drawer.
Stop it. Stop it.
A drawer anyway. Oh, yeah.
We both.
Yeah.
There are some things that we both got. We both got the cookbook, which Anita shared in her video, her Sparkle Stitcher video. This is amazing this year. Like, really amazing. Tons of recipes. Yep. This is so much bigger than it was before. And there's tons of patterns in here.
I've already done a couple of them now.
A couple recipes, yeah.
The Mississippi pot roast. Quick and easy. Flavorful. It was really good.
My goal is to make that tomorrow.
And then there was a crustless quiche.
Ooh.
I'd have to look it up. But, it was super. So, just so many great ideas here. And then they have patterns.
Sweetest, super sweet patterns.
Like the recipes aren't enough. The recipes, guys. And so just so you know, let's see if I can find
one.
So, what I do in all my cookbooks, early in my marriage, I met a woman who, her most cherished cookbook was one that her mother had, and she had written all over it. Every time she tried a new recipe, any notes that she made, I thought that was a fabulous idea. So mark them up. You know, anytime, I don't care what cookbook I'm using, I put the date, I make notes, like it could say 5 stars, or it could be like never again. It can be bland, add more of this, or double the recipe next time, whatever notes. And I just mark up I've been marking them up for 30 years. And so, why not?
Why not? And it makes a keepsake really for your kids later.
Right.
To look at that. I love that.
Mm-hmm. All of them. I don't worry about it.
I'm going to start doing that myself. So we both got this.
Yep.
We love it. I think I'm going to make the pot roast tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's my goal.
It's good. It's good. It's called Mississippi Pot Roast.
Yeah. Yeah. It's on page 29. For those of you that have the
cookbook. Because I sent her, I'm like, and that's what's so nice when we have like things in common, because I know she has the cookbook. Did you see what's on page 11? Did you see the pattern over here? And we're like,
Ooh, I gotta check that out. And then we also, there were just 2, I think there were only 2 of well, maybe there were
left.
3.
There were other people I grabbed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw these kind of wooden bowls.
Yeah. Made of a soft wood.
Yeah. And these were kind of sold as seconds. Like the person who made it wasn't happy with the result. I think like the cracks in the wood and stuff.
Mine has a crack here.
We think just kind of adds to the character of the whole piece. So we got excited and
throw some smalls in here, and we're good to go.
Right? We think they're cool. Mm-hmm. Just throw them out. Heads up!
No, seriously. We're still on the same path. No. Oh, my goodness.
And then our sweet Liz, who is multi-talented, but she's got this really cool, I don't know what this thing is.
A laser etching machine. So she can etch on wood and on plastic. And so she'll make needle minders and frames and just little bits. And she surprised us with
Shine, Sparkle, Stitch.
Isn't that fantastic?
They're like wooden coasters. They've got the little rubberies on the back to sit on.
I don't want to use it.
I know, I don't either.
I don't want a water stain.
Right? I feel like it's a display piece for me. Like, I just don't think I can
tuck it into a bowl or something.
Yeah, because I'm just terrified of getting it wet.
Yeah. And I'm thinking that's what I should be using it for, but
it's just so pretty.
Not my house.
Yeah, we love these. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you. These are amazing.
They're super special.
See, look, it's already.
See, yeah.
Just pile that in with a couple other pretties, and it's going to be fantastic.
Boom. Okay, this was my big purchase from Market. Besides the Plum Street piece was this, which I know you're not shocked. Oh my goodness. Right. This was really emotional for me. I was really heartbroken by Barb's passing, because we got to meet her in person and spend time with her. Which is such a special memory, but it was just so shocking to lose her so suddenly. Right. And my heart has just been so heavy for Alma. I just can't imagine. And so this is such a beautiful remembrance of Barb. A Heart Remembers. It's so pretty. This pattern right here, I'm just so in love with. That was a re-release of a pattern that a kit they had put together. I want to say like 2012.
And there's a lot of
patterns in here.
This is chock full of just...
Oh, it's pretty.
You'll find something and go, oh, that is gorgeous. And then you go to the next page and you're like, no, that's gorgeous. Right. No, on the next page, no, I take that back. That's gorgeous. But yeah.
It's just goosebumpy.
Show this one.
This one is the one that just really gets me. Mm-hmm. And it's called A Heart Remembers. And it is stunning. Look at the blue with the red. I love red. I love blue. So to have those colors
Yep.
together is so special and unique, I think. Just not typical and so beautiful. I love this so much. It's really, really beautiful. So I was very excited to get this book, A Heart Remembers. And because, you know, I've been in the mood for blues, and I saw that Summer House Stitchworks was going to release this, and we found it there. I
Again,
was like,
so much talent.
sold! So pretty. So pretty. And my sister went to the Netherlands. She got to study abroad for a semester when she was in college and brought home some Delft pottery or china, whatever it is. Anyway, so it just, there's a lot of reasons. But love that. And then here was my, Anita got the France one from Tempting Tangles. And I got this in Friendship's Way because I didn't have this one yet.
Right.
And I've wanted it for a really long time, and they had it there, and I just thought, boom.
Done.
Now, I'm just going to buy it now. And you know what? I have never stitched a strawberry, and there's some strawberries in here. So that might be something that I try, you know, because I think it'd be really fun. It would be a quick hit. And
Oh, yeah.
assembly is a little scary for me, but I have friends. You know, we have friends that can help us. So
That's super cute. They did a strawberry with a button
yeah,
for the top.
for the top of it. Isn't that cute? So cute. Yeah, these were all, I think all these strawberries were finished by Joy Hayward, and I think she's the gal that Brenda and Laura send a lot of finishes to.
Okay.
Is it Finally Finished or something like that? I think. I'm not sure.
Finishing is not on my radar
Yeah.
ever. I don't know.
I admire it incredibly. Like, oh goodness.
It may be in June, but right now, no.
Yeah.
No, when I have time to stitch, that's all I want to do.
Exactly.
So- Oh, yes. This
One
is
quick tip
Yes, this
before you send.
we should
send
say
you.
this at the beginning because this is a good one.
Quick tip. So I saw recently someone posted that they love the idea of the Book of Days, the wonderful calendar that Needlework Press puts out. It's beautiful. But for me, it's expensive. And because I'm having to pinch my pennies, I don't want to spend that much money on a calendar when I can spend it on a pattern or on some floss that I need. So here's a tip. If you kind of want to do it, but also if you're like me, like I bought the Book of Days a couple years ago or maybe a year ago. And guess what? I might have written in it for a month.
I was going to say, I tried.
I'm not faithful.
I'm not faithful to it.
So here's a tip. I got this planner at the Dollar Tree for $1. Well, it's probably $1.25 now because they've raised their prices. But here's what's awesome. Okay, clearly I have not written in this. I bought it in March.
I haven't done this one either.
I did buy it in March, so I'm showing you January.
But
But
you
look,
know what? If you don't write in it, you don't feel bad.
I don't feel bad because
Right.
it wasn't that big of an investment. Like if I feel bad because I have a Book of Days sitting over there that I invested in, and I wasted it, and I don't like that. So this, look, very similar as far as squares. You don't have the cute like stitchy quotes and the
But you
cool
can add
fonts and stuff,
stickers
but you can
and,
put stickers.
You
in
can do your
this.
own artwork.
And you can put your notes over here. Not as big as the Book of Days. It's a little smaller, but still. So there's an option for those of you that are like maybe wanting to try it, but because I mean, I'm a sucker for stickers. I'll just tell you right now. I love stickers. I have that fancy sticker book too.
Oh, see, and mine would be all the leftover stickers from when my kids were little. So it'd be
Well,
like
give me that too.
a bicycle and a sailboat, but it'd be all
That'd
primary.
be cute. And
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. That's just it. It doesn't matter. It's personal to you.
So
But if you're on the fence, you want to try it, check your Dollar Tree because I just got this in March and it's really cute. Like
it's really sweet.
they had different patterns, but this is what I was looking for.
All right.
It's just something like
so
this.
marching orders. Fill it in.
Aye, aye, Captain.
I don't know.
Let's see if I can surprise you for next time and have some stickers and some writing in there.
See, if I did write stuff down, then when we do get together to tape, I'd remember.
Right.
Okay.
I know, because I do.
Now I'm giving myself marching orders.
Right? Because I admire that so much when people can be very specific about when they started something, when they finished it, all the details. I love that. I just kind of stink at taking the time to record it.
Yeah, it's not me.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it's been 15 minutes ago that Anita wrote this note. We gotta cut this thing off.
Our goal is always an hour. And here's the funny, we were standing here gabbing for like an hour before we even taped. You'd think this was all new stuff, but no. We've gone through and touched everything at least twice.
Yeah, we've done show and tell with all of this.
And then we have to scoop. We have to catch up on other stuff. And, it's all good.
It's so good. Fun. It's so fun.
So June, that is.
June is an exciting time.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Anita's graduating. You are graduating from the profession of teaching. My son is graduating from high school, which is clearly is on my brain.
Oh yeah, she's got a party coming up.
Can I just say I love, if I were wealthy enough to have someone else worry about the decorating and the food, and I could just walk around and talk to people, that would be awesome.
Completers going around. And
because I love connecting with people. I have extreme anxiety when it comes to planning a party and decorations and food, and all of that just sends my heart into total palpitations. So I'm trying to stay calm. I'm working really hard on it.
Well, we're dragging a bunch of stuff over here, so we'll get you started in the right direction.
Gosh, thank goodness for friends.
Oh my goodness. So,
anywho, we could chit chat all night long, but you have things to do. So,
we do too.
And we do too.
Stitching. That's right. Stitching.
I got to get back to this is the day. I've got more bricks to stitch.
Oh my gosh. You are so far on that house. Sheesh.
I can't stop now. It's like I don't think I'll stop till I finish the house, and then I'll start working back on the flowers and the border.
Because that's a Haid right there. It is solid stitching. It's a chunk.
It's a solid home, a solid cottage. Don't you want to live in that thing? I do.
Well, right now in our class, we're studying different versions of the Three Little Pigs. So different versions of the book and different angles and different characters and different endings. And it's really interesting the take that authors have had on just this basic story of the Three Little Pigs. But we're building the brick house. We're going straight for the brick house.
Right. Forget the sticks.
Right.
No hay here.
Sticks or hay, man. We're
bricks for us.
Going for brick. Oh my gosh. Well,
on that note,
that is it. So until
happy spring, and
until we see you again, remember to
shine, sparkle, and stitch. Bye, everybody.
Bye.